Hi, everybody. Welcome to 2025. It's Aaryn Flynn, CEO at Inflection Games.
And Neil Thompson, our director and head of audio.
Yeah, welcome to our first Dev Bites of 2025. It's January 21st, so not much has happened in the past 24 hours, I guess, depending on how you look at things. But yeah, hope you all have a safe and happy holiday season, ready to hit 2025 with everything you got and just get through it. I think probably for a lot of folks, certainly that's on my family's mind as we think about everything going on in the world. But it's a pleasure chatting today and talk about what's coming. And the next update for us for Nightingale, and go a little further with that and talk about stuff. But first, we should get a mustache date. It's looking pretty good. You've ever had to trim it at some point?
I did have to trim. It got pretty wild over Christmas, where I didn't shave for like 2 weeks. So it was quite American shopper at that point.
Hey, that's not a bad look.
Yeah, it's more Frank Zappa. That's what we'll go for.
You know, it's funny you say that. I could not think of what it reminded me of, but now that you say Frank Zappa, I totally get it. Yeah, okay. I still have this, of course. It's getting grayer and whiter. I don't know what I'll do with it, but who knows. Okay, second thing we should talk about is Neil's very retro shirt here, Silicon Graphics. If you know about the games industry, about computer graphics in general, Silicon Graphics is an amazing company that was around in the 80s and 90s. It's gone now, I think. I don't know what
I think it is a bit. Yeah. My fondest memories at Psygnosis was working on Silicon Graphics machines.
Truly pioneering stuff. If you've seen the movie Jurassic Park, there's a very famous Silicon Graphics machine in that. And as a young computer programmer, I certainly lusted after those machines and thought, wow, one day maybe I'll get to work on them. And sure enough, now your phone probably has the graphical power of 10 of those machines, if not more.
Well, we got super excited to go and see Jurassic Park because Samuel L. Jackson uses the operating system on the Silicon Graphics machine. Very same operating system. We like
crazy, right? I know. And you're like, hi, it's like this movie's made for me. And that was so cool. Okay, but with all that now, welcome back to 25, everybody. Let's get into some Nightingale stuff. It's a relatively short update. We're going to have another Dev Bites for you in a few weeks as we get to another update that's going to be coming. But we do have one coming in the next week or so we'll chat a little bit about that. Do you want to start with the first update?
Yeah, sure. The remove support requirement that was broken, that's been fixed. So things can now float again as you get into your extravagant estate building requirements.
I would like this choice. Obviously, there's choice for folks. Some folks prefer the very grounded nature of and very foundational nature, pardon the pun, of building like this. But I just think it's kind of fun now. Just have fun with it. Build crazy structures. Just go crazy with it. These are the Fey realms, after all. Why not? And so, we like the idea of this band. Next is we've done some additional improvements to augments. So we fixed the augment screen in the build mode being completely blank. Annoying bug, sorry about that, but that one's fixed. And related to that sort of invisible versus visible, Danu is visible again. If you've done the quest line, and sometimes for some players, Danu is invisible to get there. That's now fixed too, so we've got that done. So again, as typical with our updates, some bug fixes, some improvements like that. But the bigger one that's coming with this is we've upgraded the engine to Unreal 5.4. This is part of our philosophy to make sure we always have the latest and greatest from Epic. That's important to us. We don't want to have tech debt accumulating that ultimately begins to slow down our development. So we're up to 5.4 now. You may see some performance improvements with this. Epic certainly been very positive about the performance potential. We do see some of that in the studio. Some machines seem to be very similar to what it was before. I don't think there's any regressions on performance. So if you do get this update and do notice that, please ping us right away on Discord or something. But performance is a longstanding bugbear for us. We always want to make sure you have the best experience possible while also getting the beauty of Nightingale. And so we're excited for this update because we think it might help a few folks out there with performance, with certainly no downside to it. So that's that. So that's the update coming next week. We're just finalizing exactly what's going to go to PTR and ultimately push to the full build. But then there's going to be another update after that.
Yeah, this will be our anniversary update. Can't believe it's been a year. And what a year.
Yeah, hallelujah.
But a couple of really exciting things coming for that anniversary update. Dies and customization. This has been a very much requested feature. Even in the earliest days of working on Nightingale, we had big ideas for how you could customize your outfits. Really, I can remember playtests when we did Nightingale fashion shows. You remember that?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. They look great.
Right. The runway and stuff. So that is coming. You'll be able to use color picker and the various patterns and materials and so forth to customize your outfits how you want them. And then in addition to that, we have a new tile set coming. It's a Western tile set. It's pretty cool. It comes with a clothing outfit as well, which is tremendously exciting. And the Western tile set's one that's really very much inspired by, well, spaghetti westerns, basically. Yes, we love those movies. And again, obviously, it's always all our tile sets are interchangeable with each other, so you can build a Fey Western
Bhutan
Tudor monstrosity.
Do you want the affection? Yeah. On that point, we did see some beautiful builds with the obsidian one that were done over the holiday break. So that's stunning work. Thank you for sharing that, folks. It's always inspiring to see that happen, and the team always gets excited when they see it stuff. So thanks for sharing that. Yeah, one of the great ironies of the Victorian setting of Nightingale is, of course, while that's all happening in England, Europe, that kind of thing, there was the Wild West happening in the U.S. and in Canada and in North America. And so it's always kind of neat that those timelines were similar in terms of what they represent. Very iconic, very, very powerful, evocative times for people to think about what they are. And so maybe one day we'll get to mash those together a little bit and see some fun between the Victorian and the Wild West stuff. Who knows? But there's a little step in that direction that feels pretty good when you play with it. So with that, I think that's the update for this week. Like I said, we're going to get a little more to Nightingale City in future updates and talk more about these changes for the anniversary update. But the one coming next week is about the Unreal 5.4 update. Some definitely important bug fixes. We always appreciate your feedback on those. And then full steam ahead on Nightingale City and get that ready for an update in the not too distant future. Yep. Okay. Well, with that, thanks everybody for being players. Always hit us up on Discord, social media, whatever it is. Preferably not Twitter anymore to do anything to chat with us. And we'll hopefully see you soon. Thanks again for being fans.